Hello, we are the Group 3 and we're going to discuss about the Sulu Island. First off, let us discuss about the history of Sulu Island. The Sulu Island, or the Sea World, had a tempestuous history. Its people have been characterized by a fierce sense of cultural and political independence. The islanders were converted to Islam by the missionary adventurer Abu Bakr in the mid-15th century. He married a local princess, inherited the title of Sultan, and turned his island principality into a regional Muslim state. The Spanish never subdued the inhabitants, whom they called Moros. The Muslim territory was a meeting ground for sea traders, shell and coral producers, fishermen, pirates, and slave traders, and the residents had extensive regional contacts and raided areas as far as Malaysia and northern Luzon. The people of the archipelago were subjugated after a series of U.S. campaigns in the year 1899 and 1913, during which John J. Pershing first distinguished himself as an officer. The archipelago was treated as a separate unit under the U.S. administration, and civil government came into force in 1914. In March 1915, the reigning Sultan abdicated the civil powers, retaining only his rights as head of the Islamic faith, but sporadic fighting continued between government forces and outlaw bands. In 1940, the Sultan ceded the Zulus to the Philippines, but he continued to claim sovereignty over the Malaysian state of Sabah, or northern Borneo, into the 1960s. Our resistance to civil authority has continued in the form of illegal trade and piracy. The islands, with their myriad coves and hidden passages, are a haven for smugglers who transport goods in small craft from Sabah to Luzon and Mindanao.
The Sulu Island's culture is primarily one of the sea. Only Hulu has a significant agricultural economy. There are several pearl beds in the group, and marine resources include button shells, mother of the pearl, coral shark fins, beche de mer or the sea cucumbers, turtle shells, turtle eggs, and sponges. So the turtle islands in the west are the center of the turtle fisheries. These marine wealth has not been trapped on an organized basis and remains a subsistence economic activity, usually supplemented by small-scale agriculture. Rice must be imported. There are no significant mineral resources and forestry is not developed. The largest ethnic group are the Tausog, many of whom live on the coast in tile-built villages, and the Samal, who formerly lived on boats or chose a shoreline environment but have increasingly settled inland. The largest settlements are Holo, or the chief port, Siasi, Sitangkay, and Talipaw, or the Holo Island. The population of 1,708,536 as of year 2007.
and we are going to talk about the location and geographical features of Sulu Province. The location of Sulu Province is composed of many islands located of West Basilan Province and Zamboanga Peninsula. The nearest province around Sulu Province are Basilan and Tawi-Tawi, and the capital of Sulu Province is Hulu, and the land area of Sulu Province is approximately 1,600.40 square kilometer or 617.92 square mile, and the terrain of of Sulu province is hilly, and the main industry of the said province are fishing, and of course their major products is fish and seaweeds. The province covers an area of 1,600.40 kilometers, and the Sulu main island is called Hulu and has an area of 868.5 square kilometers, making it the 16th largest island of the Philippine archipelago by area. Sulu is a part of Sulu archipelago, which stretches from the tip of Zamboanga Peninsula on the north and to the island of Borneo in the south. The main island of Sulu are situated between the island provinces of Basilan to the northeast and Tawi-Tawi to the southwest. Sulu is bordered by two seas, and that are the Sulu Sea to the north and the Celebes Sea to its south. And the islands are organized into four groups. And first is the Hulu group, second is Tungkil, Banguinguy, or what we call Samalis group, and the Pangutaran group, and lastly the Siyasi Tapul group. So that are the four groups that organize the island. Sulu archipelago is a archipelago comprising hundreds of volcanic and coral islands and numerous rocks and reefs in the southwestern Philippines. A doubled island chain, it extends 170 miles southwest from Basilan Island of southwestern Mindanao and ends near the eastern shore of Sabah or East Malaysia. The islands, the most important of which are Hulu, Tawi-Tawi, Sanga-Sanga, Sibutu, Siyasi, and Cagayan Sulu, form a rampart between the Sulu northwest and Celebes southeast seas, and the islands are thickly forested and their fertile soils support some rice, cassava, coconuts, and fruit. Marine-based activities, however, are the economic mainstay of Sulu archipelago. The Sulu province is divided into 19 municipalities. First is Banguingoy, and Indaan, Hulu, Kalingalan, Kaluang, Lugus, Luok, Maimbong, Old Panamaw, Omar, Pandami, Panglima, Estino, Pangutaran, Parang, Pata, Haji, Panglima Tahil, Patikol, Siyasi, Talipaw, and Tapul. And that are the 19 municipalities of Sulu province. And that are the location and the geographical features of Sulu province.
Good day everyone, I am Maria Angeline Metran Polpol, and now let us proceed to the agricultural livelihood activities found in Sulu and Sulu Island as a region. So Sulu is predominantly agricultural with farming and fishing as its main livelihood activities. Its fertile soil and ideal climate can grow a variety of crops such as abaca, coconuts, Sulu coffee, oranges, lanzunis, as well as exotic fruits seldom found elsewhere in the country such as durian and mangosteen. Fishing is the most important industry since the Sulu Sea is one of the richest fishing ground in the country. The province also has an extensive pearl industry with a pearl farm on Marungas Island. The backs of sea turtles are made into beautiful trays and combs. During breaks From fishing, the people build boats and weave mats. Other industries include coffee processing and fruit preservation. The handicrafts of Sulu have both Islamic and Malay influences. Skilled artisans make boats, bladed weapons, bronze and brassware piece, cloth, embroidered textiles, shell craft, traditional house carvings, and carved wooden grave markers. The province used to be one of the most prosperous in the southern Philippines. However, due to conflicts, terrorism, and establishment of jihadist groups such as the Abu Sayyaf, the province economy has suffered badly and has been reduced to its current state. Sulu Island as a region. So Sulu is a province of the Philippines in the Sulu archipelago and part of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or BARM. In 1989, the province of Sulu became part of the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or ARM, a peace pact between the Moro National Liberation Front, or MNLF, and the Philippine government was also made. The founder and leader of the MNLF, Nor Miswari, who was a native of Sulu and adhered to the Sultanate of Sulu, became the governor of the entire ARM from 1996 to 2001. The islands of Sulu in the southwest Philippines look like the type of tropical paradise you would see. But appearances can be deceptive. This is a violent and unstable region, a breeding ground for international terrorism. For ordinary residents of Sulu, everyday life is punctuated by the knowledge that somewhere nearby, violent extremists are living and possibly planning their next move. Fear also hinders businesses' growth and development. The autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao, which includes Sulu, is the poorest region in the Philippines. It has the highest level of infant mortality, the lowest level of adult literacy, and the big chain stores and shopping malls seen in other parts of the country are largely absent.
So good day everyone, I am Renjalmi Mitiko and today I'm going to report about the people and culture in Sulu Island. Tausug, also known as Suluk, is the name of an Islamized tribal group in the Sulu archipelago, derived from the terms Tao, which means man, and Sog, which means current. The Tausug are traditionally seafarers, pearl divers, and traders, and their ancient homelands in the Sulu archipelago feature strong tidal currents flowing from the Sulu and China Seas to the Celebes Seas. This basically translates to the current people's name. This aboriginal tribe, the first in the archipelago to adopt to Islam, is known for their unquestioned bravery, which is why the Tausug are known as Tao Maisog or bold people. They are proud Muslims who are known for their ferocious resistance against Spanish conquistadors. For 300 years, the Tausug and the Spaniards were locked in a near constant struggle that ended when the Spaniards departed from the Philippines. The Tausug consider themselves superior to other Filipino Muslims and continue to live a violent lifestyle, with fleeing a battle deemed disgraceful. Hanggang may buhay, may pag-asa, says an old Tausug saying, "Never accept defeat as long as you live." This ethnic group, which is a mix of Malay and Indonesian ethnicities, is found across the Philippines, primarily in coastal regions. They differ from the Badjo tribe in terms of parts of their culture and the fact that they speak their own language. The Tausug used to be rowdy pirates that frequented the waters of the Sulu seas, but now they make a living through agriculture, water buffalo farming, and fishing. Aside from being renowned as the world's best, courageous, and ferocious liberation fighters, the Tausug are also famed for being the world's best pearl divers. Offshore fishing is done with bamboo traps, hook and line, and fishing nets from motorized boats.
Good day, Philippines, and hello, world. Today I'm going to share with you the culture and traditions of the Tausug people in Sulu Island. The strong-willed Tausug follow the Sunni Islamic beliefs and practices. The Sunni Islam is the largest branch of Islam. The word Sunni comes from the word Sunnah, meaning tradition, but indigenous beliefs endure apart from Allah or Tuhan. The Tausug also believe in spirits that inhabit nature, especially rocks and trees, like the evil spirits named Satan and unseen creatures called jinn. According to the Tausug, the human soul has 4 souls, which leave the body when he dies. The life soul related with blood, the spirit soul connected with dreams, and the soul of breath associated with life and the transcendental soul. The body of the deceased will go to hell to receive punishment for the sins committed while he was living. Various charms and belief in the spirits in order to gain success and good fortune are still a great part of their daily life. Tausug folk stories tell of great ancestors and legends. A favorite legend is the count of Bud Tumatangis. Mount Tumatangis, the highest peak in the province, is called as such because when sailing away, sailors cry when they lose sight of these landmarks, and when they return, upon seeing again, it sails away from away. The name Tumatangis comes from the word Tangis, which means to cry, and Bud meaning mountain, known to locals as the Weeping Mountain. The beautiful tomb of Sharif Abu Bakr, the founder of the Sulu Sultanate, still exists on one of the slopes of Mount Tumatangis. The beliefs of the Tausug can be seen in their rituals and dances, many of them reflecting nature, such as the ebb and flow of the waves of the ocean, referring to hair travels at sea. The Pangalay, a traditional Tausug wedding dance and popular known as the fingernail dance, is one of the most well-known dances, accompanied by a kulintang ensemble. This dance is distinctive because dancers use metal or golden nail extenders or jangay, which make the fingers stiff and set them apart from the thumbs. The Pangalay imitates the mythical Sarimanok bird, a reincarnation of a goddess who loved a mortal man. After the dance, she removes her nails and drops them to the ground, hoping that a man will gather them and will claim her for his bride. A Tausug marriage is usually arranged by parents, with the exception of the children of brothers. First and second cousins are favored spouses. Marriageable women are kept in relative seclusion to protect their value to their family. Thank you very much.